welcome to this, a very special edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave, a midweek edition, an emergency edition, one might say. For the first time in 33 weeks, we're here without BQ, and I received a harried and frustrated phone call from Walt Flanagan last night. You couldn't hold on to this until next week. It would have been a solid week, and there's no way you wanted to wait for that. Ming's here also, Ming and Walt.
Hello.
Hey.
Did he get thrown off an airplane? That was the last time we had an emergency podcast.
Tell him what happened, Ming.
You tell him. I think you could describe it better.
I'm still like
flabbergasted.
Yeah,
I saw your cells when I came in. The wind had been knocked out of them. It appeared. It all starts with a missing package, right?
It all starts with a package that was supposed to be scanned in and delivered to me, and it was scanned in when I track it, but no.
Was this one of your beloved eBay packages?
Something I want on eBay, yeah.
Okay.
A couple books I want on eBay, and I'm looking at the date, and it says it's supposed to be scanned in by the post office October 1st. So I asked Ming, I was like, yeah, did you get any packages October 1st? And he said, no packages came in. It's like, that's weird, because they scanned it.
And it was coming to here, or it was coming to the office?
It was coming to the office.
Okay.
So I asked Ming, what was last week, I was like, hey, man, do me a favor, could you come to the store and watch the store? Because I have to go down to the post office and see what's going on about this package. And I went down there, and they told me, first they made me wait 25 minutes in line.
The Red Bank Post Office, I used to deal with them a lot when I worked a website, and they're fairly slow, and there's only one window open.
There's always one window open no matter how many people are there. Mm-hmm. And so I wait 20 minutes to get up to the counter to be told, okay, hold on, wait 20 more minutes while we go in the back, and who knows what they're doing in the back before they come
presumably out. Looking for the package, maybe.
Right, and then they come out and tell me, well, if you don't know what, if you
That's
don't know.
That's the sound of somebody's win not being in their sales.
If you don't know what happened, take the stance of like, you know what? We're going to find this package. Don't worry. We'll give you a call. Don't come back to the counter like your regular driver delivered it. What do you want me to do? Like, to throw those hands out to the side, like?
So when you look on the electronic delivery, it says it was delivered.
Right.
And you're saying I never got it.
Never got it.
Okay.
But that throwing those hands out and sticking that chin out, like, what do you want me to do? Mm-hmm. That really, like,
not good customer service.
It's not good, but it's also like, it's like, you don't want to hear that. Even if you can't find a package, even if you realize it's unlikely I'm ever going to get that package, just be like, you know what, we're going to be on it. We'll call you.
Lie to him.
Lie to me.
Okay.
But I didn't say anything. I went back to the store, told Ming after when I came back, he's like,
after 45 minutes basically of walking down there, walking back, standing in line.
So I come back and they say, I told Ming, I was like, yeah, maybe it'll show up next week.
That's hoping against hope, dude. If it says it's already delivered and they're like, we don't know where the fuck it is, and you're like, maybe it'll still come.
Well,
My comic isn't really lost.
And I'm a seller on eBay, so I know that if I have the receipt that says it was delivered, right, there is no other option. You are in the clear. The person who sent me that book is crystal clear. There is nothing I could do. I cannot say I didn't get it.
Although, like, I've heard that that's not true. That you're talking about the delivery confirmation.
Delivery confirmation is a proof positive. You do not need any more proof that you sent the item to me. Maybe
it's been changed, because when we used to do when we did the website, what would happen was sometimes that would happen. I would say, hey man, it was delivered. It shows here it was delivered. And they would say like, well, my mailman must have put it on the front porch and somebody took it.
Well, wait a minute, you're not dealing with a third party though. That's between you. So that's your choice to be like, well, okay, I'll send you some more stuff.
I could do that. Or if they contest it on the credit cards are fucked up. They always side with the consumer rather than the retailer. I found in my experience anyway.
But when I'm dealing between
99.9% of the time, if that delivery confirmation is scanned and says they got it, you never hear from that person again.
Right. But when you're dealing with a third party like eBay and then another party in PayPal, if that seller can show, here's my tracking number, it was delivered this date, blah, 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 he's clear. He should be clear. As a seller, I realize that, like, hey, man, that guy you sent to me, he's good. There's nothing I can do. And I wouldn't want to try to take that money back from him. But my feeling was yesterday I was a little frustrated. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going quietly in the night. I'm not going to just go and just allow them just to be like, oh, you lost package. Oh, well.
And it's not like that could happen where they just put it in front of the office and somebody steals it. If that delivery confirmation is scanned in, like it's actually, the office is locked. You have to give it to somebody inside the office, right, Ming?
Sometimes they can drop it off.
Oh, really?
But it's not, this reason I got you so upset and I called you last night was it's not the package. It's not the package. It's not the money. We're talking $26. It's the out and out, what's a really harsh word?
Dickheadery?
No, even more like abhorrent.
Ooh.
That's
treatment of a customer that I received yesterday is when I walked down there.
From the United States Post Office?
Right. I went into there and I waited again online for a while, got to the front.
One window open again?
One window open again, and was told by the clerk, the window clerk, that I would have to see a supervisor, which I knew going in. That's what was going to happen anyway.
What's your hope at this point? What do you think they're going to do?
I don't know. Maybe I know why. Because the day before I walked down there, I talked to the postman, the regular postman who delivered it on the day it was supposed to be delivered.
Right.
And the regular postman told me, you know what? I don't know what you want me to do again, but I wasn't even on that day. So they had told me a lie the first time and said, your regular carrier delivered it.
They had no idea you were an investigative journalist, dude.
So that's what spurred it on is when I saw the regular postman and I asked him, I was like, hey man, do you remember doing this? And and he goes, you know what? I wasn't even on that day. I took off last Friday and Saturday, so it wasn't me. So that's what really put the burr in my saddle. And I was like, all right, I'm going to walk down there. And I wasn't walking down there with with a plan to be like, take, kick ass and take names.
So now it's indifference mixed with deceit.
Yeah, that's what really kind of actually I'm wrong. I was a little perturbed that they had lied and said your regular carrier was on. So that kind of had me in a bad mood anyway. That they just were like, your regular carrier delivered it, fuckhead. What do you want us to do?
They're just telling you anything to get you the hell out of there.
Right. So, so there's a regular carrier down there. I mean, a regular window clerk, a regular window clerk. And she says, she pushes me over to to a supervisor. Supervisor comes out, takes the info and goes, all right, I'll be right back. Now, I know this usually means I'll be right back means another 20 minutes. I'm going to go in the back. I don't know, eat a sandwich, paint my toenails. I don't know what she's doing back there.
Watch you on the closed circuit
TV
stand.
Just watch me sit there and just wait and fume as I sit there and wait and wait and wait. So another customer has come up to the counter with a problem, I guess, another problem that only a supervisor can handle. So that clerk yells to me, when's that supervisor going to be done with you? And I was like, well, how do I know?
Right.
How do I know? The last time I was here, it was in 25 minutes. So let's cross our fingers.
And 25 minutes with there was no answer.
There was no answer the first time. So 25 minutes. So last time it was like 25 minutes. Let's cross our fingers. It's not anywhere near that. And I turn and I don't expect to hear anything on their comment other than that. This lady then goes, it's got to be a full moon. Only the wackos come out when there's a full moon. It says something to that effect.
No, she said, wait, no, this was in response to, what did you say that? Oh, because you said,
because I said, how do I know when she's coming back? The last time I was here and I waited, it was 25 minutes. I said, let's cross our fingers. It's not, that it's not that long this time. And she made a comment about, she made a comment about it's got to be a full moon. Such and such and something. I couldn't really hear it. Something like the effect of like the kooks come out when it's the full moon.
Right. So the lunar cycle is to blame for your...
That's what I said. And I was like, what does the lunar cycle have to do with anything that's going on about this situation? I said. And she didn't look up, but her face changed dramatically. And she looked over at me and raised her voice and was like, you know what? I'm going to come down to your store. And I'm going to go sit down there and I'm going to cause a ruckus and I'm going to complain about your customer service. How are you going to like it then?
Whoa.
And that's when I knew that she knew me. I don't know how she knew. She didn't know my name, but I guess she knew where I worked.
Local fame.
And I was like, you won't have a problem with my customer service. If you come down to my store, we don't treat people the way.
Unless it's the odd Saturday when I'm working. That is entirely possible.
We don't treat people like cattle, and we don't. You know why? Because we actually have to follow customer service protocol. You don't have to when there's no competition and you're the only game in town. Customer service is not an issue at this point. Because if it was, you wouldn't make people wait in line 30 minutes without opening another window. You will never see, I said, you will not come down to my store and never have to wait 30 minutes in a line. And that's when I was verbally knocked out.
Had you against the ropes?
More than that. I was out for like 2 seconds. She yelled, like kind of rose her
finishing
voice.
stroke?
Not a yell, but looked at me with a vile and wildness in her eyes and said, "That's because you ain't got no customers. There's never no line down there."
How many people are in the post office
There's
at this
at
point?
least 15 people in the post office. No, I'd say there's 12 people in the post office. Like 12 people in line, her, and nobody else.
And you're engaged in now a shouting match.
I did kind of raise my voice when I said, you know what, you'll never come down to my store and sit in a 15 person line. And me not, that's what I said. I didn't say it like that. Because if there's ever a line that long, I will make sure I open up another register. And I don't have another register. I was lying.
Right.
But I just wanted to make my point.
There's fallacies flying all over the place in this post office.
That's right. I said the comment of like, if there's ever a line this long, like what you have here every day, I'll open another window. I'll open another register. I'll never allow that to happen.
I've seen Kevin's sign here, and you guys manage literally like 1,500 people.
Right. Could you imagine the post office doing that? They throw their hands up.
They can't even manage 15 people, as we've seen.
So she says that, and I'm not lying. I was out for a good 3 seconds. I couldn't believe what I just heard. I was so taken aback and so like out of sorts. I was like, did I just hear what I just heard? And I got to tip my hat, man, to an opponent. She rocked me.
You respected her at that point?
She destroyed me.
By besmirching the rep of the stash?
Yes, it was so fucking unexpected and so like...
How old is this lady?
How old is that?
She's probably in her 50s.
Really, she's older than that.
So she's nearing retirement. She's sick of the post office game. She's embittered. Right.
So I'm like, I gotta catch my breath for a second, and even before I can come back, and
she got you with an uppercut.
I'm fucking walking around like I'm like verbally. I look as if I was like I'm drunk on my feet. Because I start going, what's customer service got to do anything?
It's like you're trying to interview Kovalchuk.
You started stumbling?
I was stumbling and bumbling. Because I'm so mad.
I've never seen you like that.
That I can't even get like real words out. It just, and my eyes I know, and my wife asked me when I was telling her story, was one eye closed? Because I know then that if one eye closed, she's going, that you probably look like you've just like nobody even wants to deal with you. And I was like, I don't even know if one eye's closed. I don't even know if both of my eyes are closed at this point. I am so like out of it. But I know I know one eye's open because from out of the corner in peripheral vision,
right,
I see this one lady holding a box, and she's yelling at me too. A customer from the sidelines yells,
"You got ganged up
if
on?
You don't want to wait in line, don't take your business to Hazlitt." And I can't even respond to her. Because I'm so like, in my head, I'm going, I thought I was going to rally these people.
Right,
They were going to be like, yeah, this is not acceptable.
You're like Braveheart and shit. You're riding around on your horse in the lobby. Certainly they'll all moon the post office people along with me.
So I'm like, I hear it, but I'm like, I can't even respond to her. Because I just going to respond to this lady who's just totally knocked me out verbally. And I just was like, my comeback was so poor. It was just like, well, this officer got nothing to do with it.
You started growling.
And the supervisor hasn't come back out yet, so I'm like fuming. And then from a room where the supervisor went, some other fuckhead comes out, and he has a postal shirt on with the sleeves cut off.
He's Brian Maxwell's postman, probably.
Yeah.